Someone was out there yelling, Jesus. They went up to Jason out there. Not respond after you came back.
Well, it popped up that the here in town, so that's why I was a little confused.
Well, I don't know if you heard me before, but I was picking someone up. And I think he picked up another, someone local. And they're not, they're not hearing all of us. Kind of like me, when I was yelling out there. So there's another nuke out there.
Oh boy, somebody needs to take away their toys.
Aliens are coming.
Should have waited a little bit longer before we put this on.
Where are you out of? Are we talking to someone that's right there in Wisconsin Rapids?
Yeah, I don't know. Is there somebody else besides George and I here in Rapid?
I'm here. Good luck.
Alright, well, we got a few minutes here before the net starts, so we'll hold off on the early check-in.
Yep, well, I was here. I'll be hanging in the 1 second. I'm watching the Bucks game, and I'm going to have the radio on.
Oh, George.
You got the Massachusetts here.
Yep, I was just trying to make sure the audio's passing through Facebook, or not Facebook, YouTube.
Sounding good. Is this going to YouTube going to be a regular thing, or you should mention something about a possible Amazon stream. I'd be interested in that. I got Amazon devices in every room, including the bathroom.
I don't know. It takes a lot of work to get this stuff to work right.
There's a lot of pieces to both networks and a lot of ways of coming in and out and bandwidths and internet signals, but I think that would be pretty cool if we could do that. I think it'd be really cool if we just all just sat around and, shot the shit and the day and the weather and had a good time instead of talking about numbers and computers and everything. to read all that you want. I don't know. To me, the radio is up. I'm up there and have some fun.
Right now in New Bedford, it's 28 degrees Fahrenheit and clear skies. Tonight's forecast has mostly clear skies, with a low of 14 degrees.
Oh boy. I am thinking about trying to figure out how to get it to play over Alexa. But that will take a little too.
I mean, if you need help with that, like, I don't know if you can host it from a remote location, I'd be willing to, help you with that. Like, I have computers and I have nodes and I have equipment, so I didn't know if it mattered where it's hosted from. So if hosting it from somewhere else helps, I'm willing to help with that, Or if you need to host it from home, I understand, but I just figured it out.
Copy that. I have learned I can't trust anybody. Sorry about that.
But I wanted to make the offer. I know that you don't even like hosting your hubs on remote servers because of reliability. I get it. Be a beta tester. If you need a beta tester, that would only require me to listen. So, let me know.
Copy that. I can do that if I ever get around to it. Alright, because there's such a delay on the YouTube side of things, I'm going to ask the people on YouTube if you want to check in. Feel free to comment howdy on the comment section. That's just for YouTube. We'll start the actual net here in a few minutes.
Good evening. The time is 8 p.m.
Alright, well, we all. The time is 8 p.m. On the Eastern Standard Time, the Central Standard Time. I am going to switch, and hopefully George can still be able to hear me too. be a lot better on this one. So, all right. So tonight we're going to have a little bit of a rag chew here. We're going to have a couple of rounds. So I know a lot of people pre-checked in. Sorry for wasting your time. I want you to find your mic and speak now. This is going to be a little bit different than most other nets, so just go ahead and say your name and wait to be called upon. If I hear multiple people, I will grab one or two names and let you know that you doubled, and I will call upon one person to speak. So go ahead and check in now.
This is Ray in Rehoboth.
315 Des Moines.
All right, apparently somebody doesn't understand. I got Ray and somebody in Des Moines. Just say your name, no call signs, none of that stuff, just your name. If you want to say your call sign after you've been recognized, by all means, but I'm not going to remember your call signs.
Handle here is Bob.
All right, Bob, where are you coming in from?
Coming in from Des Moines, Iowa.
All right, Bob, we got you in there. Stay tuned for the next go around here. Anybody else wants to check in, please say your name now.
George, Wisconsin Rapids, Wisconsin.
Joe from
George,
Maryland.
Wisconsin.
Mike in Macungie, Pennsylvania.
All right, I got George. And did I hear a Joe?
Joe from Maryland. Jason, how you doing?
Hey, Joe, got you in there? Oh, didn't recognize you. You sound robotic. Anybody else wants to check in?
Christian from Des Moines, Iowa.
A station from Des Moines, I didn't quite catch the name there. You want to try it again? Wait just a split second after you key before you say something. There's a little bit of a delay on that repeater's input side.
Christian from Des Moines, Iowa.
Welcome, Christian. Good hearing you in there, Christian, from Des Moines. Anybody else wants to check in?
Teddy in Massachusetts.
David in Alaska.
I'm still bad with your name up there in Alaska. I got you in there, Teddy, and I caught the Alaska station.
David, I'm probably quick to you. Sorry about that. David in Alaska.
Well, David, welcome. I'm going to have to get your name on the status page so we know who we're talking to. Anybody else wants to check in?
You got Frank in Rhode Island.
All right, Frank in Rhode Island. I got somebody else that doubled in there with you. You want to try that?
Mike in Macungie, Pennsylvania.
Mike in Pennsylvania. So did you buy the note from a Randall, or is that a neighbor or something?
It's one of your notes, 657.
Yeah, I see that. I'll have to update the status page there. All right, thanks for checking in. Stick around for the next go around here when I got a nice question to ask everybody. Anybody else wants to check in?
WRPD 633, Aaron, Massachusetts.
Dennis in Iowa.
All right, I got Aaron and Dennis.
Dennis, Iowa.
Yep, I got you in there, Dennis. I heard you. I could pick your voice out of a lineup. Anybody else to check in? I got Aaron and Dennis that doubled there a second ago. Anybody else?
Demo from Providence, Rhode Island.
All right, we had a double there. I copied up somebody from Providence, Rhode Island.
Roger that. Demo from Providence, Rhode Island.
All right, well, you got a name out there in Rhode Island?
Yep, name is Demo. Delta Echo, Mary, Oscar.
Yep, I'm not good with phonetics.
Yep, Demo.
All right, we got you in there. And who else did he double with?
This is Ivan out in high country, northern Colorado.
All right, Ivan out in Colorado. Thank you for checking in. Anybody else wants to check in?
Valerie from New Bedford.
Thank you, Ellery. Anybody else?
Denny, Illinois.
All right, thank you, Denny, for checking in. Anybody else wants to check in before the tonight's question?
New Bedford was trying to get in there also.
Yeah, I was doubling with somebody. You want to try that again?
In New Bedford?
Mike, I believe? No, who's doubling me? Mike, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, out in Bedford. You got to remember, you got a slight delay on your push to talk there before you can start talking.
Ellery, I was saying Mike from New Bedford was trying to come in on the repeater.
Yeah, I thought it was Mike. All I caught was Ike from New Bedford because of the delay. I didn't quite catch the mic, so I figured it was Mike. You out there? Maybe not quite. Anybody else wants to check in? All right, we'll take another standby. We got a couple of stations trying to hit some repeaters, I believe, so get you a moment to move around a little bit and see if you can't hold the repeater. All right, well, there goes the first round of check-ins there. We got a pretty good round of check-ins here. So tonight's first question is, do you have any pets? I like to be personal, so I'm going to go around and ask Ray, do you have any pets?
Pets, yes, we have pets. We have 200-pound South African Borbal. That's a dog. We have 2 mini goats, Bonnie and Otis. We have about an 80-pound pig named Steve. And I don't know, right now I think we have about 16 chickens. They have names. I don't know what they are, but yes, I have pets. We have pets over here.
Oh boy, you got a whole little bunch of pets there. That's awesome. All right. Let's see, Bob, you got any pets over there in Des Moines? All right. Bob, out in Des Moines, did you copy the question? Do you have any pets? Apparently somebody wanted to dial out right quick. All right, no copy on Bob on the second go-around, or the first go-around here. How about George? I don't know if you can hear me or not. If you can't hear me, I could switch over. You got any pets?
I hear you like you were sitting at my dining room table, and you know I got 2 purebred German shepherds. Very, very clean, and but yet don't turn your back on them or sneak into the house. You're not supposed to. I'll tell you that much. Very, very good dogs. This is number 5 and number 6 of all the German shepherds I've owned in my life. So, yes, I do. And if you want to even talk about the past, I've done anything from a ferret. I've had pet crows. I've had a lot of weird animals. Just ain't in the snake.
It's funny how this stuff works. You can hear me on Simplex, but you can't hear me going through the system very well. All right, George. Thank you for the round 1 here. Hopefully you'll have another question by the time we get up to the next time around. How about Joe? Joe, do you have any pets?
No pets at present. I am petless at this point in time, although I do have a lot of animals in the freezer from hunting season. So I don't know if that counts or not.
I'm going to have to go off question here. Joe, why are you coming in off of a dang app? Where's your node, man?
I am mobile and I am away from the house at present, and the node is at the house. So I am gracing you with my presence as I drive down the road.
All right, so I guess you stopped off at a convenience store bathroom. Copy that, Joe. No pets at the current time. All right, Christian, I believe you're out in Des Moines. You got any pets? Yeah, I think Christian and Bob came in through the same radio there, so when one left, I guess they both did. So we'll move on down to Teddy.
I don't have any pets right now.
Well, have you had any in the past?
A couple of dogs, a parakeet, 2 cocktails.
Did any of them tell you to get lost?
No. Old age.
Ah, copy that. All right. How about David? David, you got any pets or had any pets?
I have a 40 or 45 pound mixed breed dog right now, 3 years old. I always have a dog, always have all my life, and sometimes a couple of cats too, but right now one dog.
Copy that. Thanks for sharing with us. How about Frank? You got any pets or had any pets?
Yeah, this is Frank from Rhode Island. WROX 394. No pets at the present time. Years ago, I did have tropical fish, freshwater, and I used to raise guppies and swordtails. But that's a long time ago. But I don't have any, but I see them every day because my daughters all have dogs. So to answer your question, no pets here.
Well, you used to have some, so that counts. How about Mike? You've had any pets in your past?
We had them in the past and in the present. Right now we have a 22-pound Cavachon, which is basically a Dustmont dog, 9 years old. And before that, we always had labs, but my wife wanted a lap dog for a change. So that's what we ended up with.
Yeah, copy that. Happy wife, happy life, so I've been told. All right, how about Aaron? Have you had any pets or currently have any pets?
Yes, I do. I have 2 cats, a tabby and a ragdoll, and I got a mutt and Saint Bernard. And oh yeah, we have a pet rabbit that hangs out. He's got a hutch behind the shack over here. Back over to net.
Ah, definitely cool, a pet rabbit. All right, Dennis, you got anything you want to share for as a pet?
Yeah, I have a dog, which weighs about 10 or 12 pounds. It's kind of a mixed breed here. Got a little pug in his face, but his name is Buddy, and he is my buddy. He is the only thing that's here at the house that keeps me company. And when he eats, I eat. So, yes, he's been a very good companion pet here. So I've had him for 4 years now. So done very well. That's the only thing I have right now is a pet. Thank you.
All right. Oh, I couldn't get this guy's name. I wanted to say he said it was Devil or Double or something like that. I should have had you actually just spell it without the phonetics.
Yeah, you got that correct. Demo. I have a 11-year-old cat and a 3-year-old pit bull bully dog. Thing's huge. Kids love them. My best friend, you know how it is.
My baby right there.
Copy that. Thanks for sharing with us. How about Ivan? You got any pets?
My Italian Greyhound, she passed here about 2 years ago, so it's working full time and sleep 8 hours a day, work 10 hours a day, 2 hours of travel time. Doesn't leave much time for the pet, so it's not fair. So no, I'm without a pet right now.
Yeah, I know how that could be. Sometimes it's best not to just have them if you've got a busy life. So, how about Ellery? Ellery, you got any pets?
I do. I have 2 cats. Callie, who and Annabelle. And Callie is the mama cat of Annabelle. We've had them for 3 and 4 years, and I love my kitties. Back to you.
There you go. We got some cat and dog lovers. All right. Danny, grace us with your response, if you would mind, sir.
Well, I think it's more like the pets have me. I currently got 13 adult Italian Greyhounds and 5 5-week-old Italian Greyhound puppies.
You ain't got no barn cats or anything running around?
Well, there are cats that hang around, but I don't feed them and I don't name them because they don't last too long. I usually find them on the road after I start getting friendly with them.
I would have thought you would have said that the Greyhounds made a toy out of them. All right. Thanks for sharing. Hopefully I'll have another question here in a couple of people. How about Mike in New Bedford? You got any pets?
I have fish as well, not a elaborate setup by any means. But I've had a few cats, and so like the other gentleman there, I can't have pets now because I get too close to them and something happens. I lost a cat in a house fire, had to put the dog down, so yeah, no, but no, currently don't have any pets right now.
Yeah, copy that. All right, well, I'm going to check myself in here. I don't have pets. I have 3 children. They replaced our pets. I used to have a rat terrier Chihuahua mix. Boy, that thing was a giant pain in the anus. And then I had another little ankle biter that was mine, a big fluff ball. And I had a cat and had some dogs growing up, but don't anymore. My wife keeps wanting one, and I told her if I come home and there's a dog, it's going back to wherever it came from, because they can't keep up after themselves, so yeah, they're not going to keep up after an animal. All right, well, we come to the bottom of the first round of check-ins. Anybody that wants to check in late, come on in. Well, I shouldn't say late because the net's still going on. The second round of check-ins. Anybody else wants to check in before we get to the next question? We got a couple of people watching us on YouTube commenting here. We got good old Bill up there in Long Island, Bob over in Washington, And Josh thinking he could remove his comments. Welcome, guys. Sorry we can't hear you on the air. All right, so the next question of the round is, what did you have for dinner? I like to hear what people had for dinner. So, Ray, what did you have for dinner?
I didn't really have too much. We just pulled a frozen pizza out of the freezer, and Barbara and I had that for dinner. My kids and granddaughter came over afterwards, so we wanted to get something in our bellies before they came over, since we didn't have enough for everybody. I didn't want to eat in front of them, so that's all we had.
I bet it was not as good as that pizza you shared with the Facebook Messenger group. That did look kind of tasty.
No, I confess, I had one of those pizzas last night, so yeah, I do like that pizza. So yeah, pizza 2 nights in a row. What can I say?
Hey, ain't nothing wrong with that. I would live off of pizza. Bob, over in Des Moines, you didn't make the first question. Maybe you can answer the second question. What did you have for dinner tonight? All right, I guess we scared him off there. George, did you eat yet? What'd you have?
Well, Jason, let me think. What the hell did you? Well, I ate some cod, some cod. I baked that and whatever, coleslaw and some flavored rice. So we just kind of had a traditional Wisconsin dish rice, basically.
Yeah, it is Friday, ain't it? They are big on their fish fries around here. How about Joe? Joe, what'd you have for dinner?
Well, first off, I arrived at the house, and I am now back on the node, so you'll probably be happy to hear that. For dinner, I had sausage, peppers, and onions, and it was absolutely delicious. And for all you rock and roll fans out there, on February 24th in 1975, Led Zeppelin released their 6th album, Physical Graffiti. Hard to believe that was 48 years ago today.
Yeah, just making everybody feel old over there, Joe. All right. So did you even say what you had for dinner? I got a little sidetracked, looking around to see where you're coming in through.
I had sausage, peppers, and onions, and it was absolutely delicious, and I'm actually enjoying it a second time around as we speak.
Ooh, that sounds yummy. Sausage, peppers, and onions. That's always good to make once in a while. All right, let's see. You didn't answer the first round of questions. How about Christian? Did you have anything for dinner tonight?
This is the New England GMRF Network. Join us for Rag 2 every Friday, 9 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time.
Must be the half an hour mark. All right, nothing heard from, well, actually, I'll give it an extra second. Christian, are you out there from Des Moines? All right, nothing heard from Christian. All right, Teddy. You You gonna make my mouth water, or are you just gonna have something bland? Maybe he's too busy stuffing his mouth. Teddy? All right, nothing heard from Teddy there. How about David? What'd you have for dinner tonight?
Well, it's only 5:30 here. I probably won't eat for another hour and a half, but I'm just going to have some green beans and onions and probably some potatoes and some kind of bread.
I copy that. No kind of meat or fish or anything?
I don't want to make anybody jealous. I've got so much fish and canned up, and I eat fish so much that I'm sick of it. Just salmon all the time.
And nothing beats the fresh stuff right out of the ocean, I bet, or the bay. Thank you, David, for sharing there. How about Frank? Hopefully you didn't eat your goldfish.
How about Frank? Wait till Ray hears this one. Pork tenderloin roast, sweet potatoes, string beans, and artichokes. And don't have room for a second helping. And it was absolutely delicious. Back to Nat.
Oh, good thing I am full, otherwise you guys would be making me hungry. How about Mike? What'd you have for dinner?
Like Ray, I had a pizza, but I went around the corner to a place, picked it up. It was a green pepper and onion pizza. Delicious. In fact, I just finished it just before the net started.
I can't do green peppers on a pizza, man. It's just too overpowering for my liking. But that's what makes the world great, is everybody's got their own taste. Thanks for sharing. How about Aaron? What'd you have for dinner?
Thanks for asking. I did have like a steamed seafood boil, shrimp, scallops, some salmon, and corn on the cob. And we didn't have any potatoes, so we just made some white rice and kind of put that on top of the white rice. Delicious. It was absolutely delicious. I had 2 servings. Back to Nick.
Oof. All right. Well, you got to make do with what you got. So, Dennis, what'd you have? Did you go to your nightly diner?
No, I just got done having a couple of Popeyes. I had them in the oven while everybody was talking, and so yeah, I just ate 2 Popeyes here. And of course, the dog's got to share a little bit too, but they're nice and hot out of the oven. So that was my supper night. Just a couple of Popeyes. That was good enough to hit the spot. Back to you.
Was it a traditional chicken pot pie, or was it one of the new fancier flavored ones? My wife gives me, I forgot what it is. It's like a pizza pot pie.
No, these are kind of, well, they actually used to be 97 cents. Now they're up, what, 30 cents higher now? But, no, these are just the regular Popeyes. They're the cheaper ones. But, you know what? You cook them. My thing is, I like to cook them about an hour so they get real crunchy on top. And that's the way I like them. But, otherwise, it was a good enough supper.
See, I'd have to put a little bit of butter on top. All right, Dimon, I think. What'd you have for dinner?
Hey, Grace, Nolan Johnson, I got one more thing to go in, okay?
Yeah, hold it. What was that, George?
But if you were not going to get an answer from your next person, I was I could tell you, I mean, because it's kind of a, you know, a dog thing, you know, an animal thing, and a food thing. So I got to tell you what I fed my dogs too.
I'll come back to you on the next one there. What is it? I still don't know the name of this guy. Is it Devil? Devil? Can you spell it for me, bud?
Name is Demo. D-E-M-O. Demo.
Oh, okay.
Short for
Okay.
Demolition Man.
For some, I was doubling with somebody. Demo. All right. What'd you have for dinner tonight?
Nothing started for dinner. I haven't eaten since lunch. I came home and started playing with the car and radios. I'm on the yard and cold, putting with the radio and the mobile. But yeah, starving. I haven't eaten yet.
Are you on an older Midland radio?
No, I'm actually on a little backup video style thing.
Is it a handheld and you got an external speaker mic?
That's correct. I'm on the handheld and external mic, yep.
Yeah, I could tell. Just an FYI, the mic, the physical mic is not lining up with the hole for the mic, so it sounds like you're talking into a tin can. So if you pop it open and figure out where the actual mic is and just put a hole directly in front of it, you'd probably sound a lot better.
Yeah, I'll probably play with it one of these days. It's my backup video. But I'm now on the mobile, so I'm going to assume that sounds a little better.
Yeah, you don't sound like you're talking in through a tin can. I noticed something changed between the last couple. Usually it's one of two things. You're on an old Midland mobile that's on narrowband, or you're talking in off of a knockoff hand mic that just, like I say, the mic, the physical mic is not lining up with the hole behind it. So it kind of makes you sound like you're talking into a tin can, but that time you were good. So what did you say did you have dinner yet, or you just been busy running around?
Well, yeah, since after work I just came home and installed the mobile in my car, the D-Tech 50-watt radio, and just put the wires all in, the antenna, and just bolted everything up, plugged the wires. So that's why I haven't eaten yet. Starving to death. I'm outside. It's cold. It's really cold over here.
copy that. Yeah, just a friendly FYI, don't key that 50 watt too many times without the vehicle running. Kill your battery pretty quickly too. So we won't take up too much more of your time, and then you can get dinner. I know we're all over here talking about dinner. So we'll turn it over to, what's that, Denny next? No, sorry. I'm missing a whole two other people. Ivan, what'd you have for dinner?
Oh man, I'm so fat I can barely talk. A Philly style cheesesteak with the extra meat, so it's double fat. The table foot long. I finished about 9 inches of it there, so I got a midnight snack here for later on. But yeah, Philly cheesesteak tonight.
Copy on that. Sounds good. How about you, Ellery? What'd you have for dinner?
Well, my first dinner, I had grilled cheese and potato chips where the grilled cheese had meat in it. And now I'm having my second dinner, which is corn dogs with mustard. I like to eat. I have 2 dinners. I skip breakfast, and then I have lunch, and then I have 2 dinners. So I'm technically still eating 3 times a day. Back to you, Net Control.
Come on, you should know me better than now. What kind of meat did you put between the cheese and the bread?
Ham sandwich meat. My wife made grilled cheese with ham sandwich meat. It was very good.
You know, you and John over here rubbing in this morning that your wife's cooked for you must be nice. All right, we'll turn it over to Denny. What'd you have for dinner?
Well, since some big guy in central Wisconsin got me addicted to these things, I had a different variety pizza puffs. I don't know if you've had these. The beef and lamb pizza puffs. Them are pretty tasty.
Yeah, you gotta like that big guy up in central Wisconsin. He's full of, well, shit at one point, I guess. All right, yeah, I'll have to try that brand or that style of pizza puff the next time I get into an area that's got them. Let's see, what you had for dinner there, Mike? I just keyed up and heard the Barbie song by Aqua coming from my basement. I didn't know she was listening to music. Kind of threw me off a little bit. Mike from New Bedford, you still got a copy? Did you eat dinner yet?
That was the one that had the cream pepper pizza. I thought that was the Mike you were referring to.
Uh-oh. We got 2 different mics then. I think it was Mike from Pennsylvania. You got a copy? All right, well, nothing on the other mic then. What did I have for dinner? I had a recipe that I found on the back of a Velveeta box years and years ago, and it consists of a layer of ground beef, and if you want to pizzazz it up, you could put a little bit of Italian sausage in there, but I didn't, with some pizza sauce. And then on top of that is macaroni with Velveeta cheese, and then you put a layer of shredded cheese on the top, put it in the oven for a little bit, and bake it up like a casserole. Oof, that stuff is hearty. Yeah, the early 2000s, I don't know if Velveeta does it or not still, but they used to put very good recipes on the back of their stuff. All right, well, we're down to the bottom of the first round of check-ins. Anybody wants to check in that hasn't checked in, come on, let's hear what you got to say.
What about Ed in Dallas, Texas?
Hey, what's going on, Ed? We're going to get you checked in. Stay tuned. I got 2 questions to ask you, so hang on just a minute. Anybody else wants to check in?
Still here, just listening.
Copy, George. We got one more round of questions here, so we're going to take another standby for anybody that wants to check in. Come on, check in. All right, Ed, seeing you came in late, we got 2 questions for you before we go back up to the top and ask the third and final question for this evening. Have you had any pets, or do you currently have any pets? And what'd you have for dinner?
You asking me, Jason? Ed? I didn't hear that, but...
Yes, sir, Ed, Mr. Ed. I was asking, have you had any pets, or do you have any pets? And what'd you have for dinner?
Yeah, I got some pets. I got some dogs. 2 female pit bulls. One 65 pounds, one 70 pounds. I had a pepperoni pizza for dinner. With my son, we split that, and then we had another hamburger pizza. So that's what I got. Thanks for allowing me to share.
Hey, not a problem. So hopefully you can stick around for the next round here. We got a few people that checked in previously there, so we'll take it back up to the top. This is going to be, you can plead the fifth, you can answer the question. So this is going to be a 2-question in one, and you can plead the fifth to either one of the questions. Have you ever spent the night in jail or longer, or in the hospital or longer? Ray?
Jail, no. Hospital, yes. I got myself involved with a little motorcycle accident when I was younger, and did a little damage to my back. And yeah, I laid up for about a week over there while they tried to figure out what to do with me back in the 70s. So yes and no, or no and yes.
Yeah. Well, hopefully everything healed right. And if you care to share what you did the hospital stint or the jail stint, by all means, that's what we're here for. Let's see. He hasn't answered any of the other questions, but we don't want to leave him off the list. Bob over there in Des Moines. All right, nothing heard. George, you ever spent some time in jail or the hospital? And feel free to plead the fifth if you want.
Yeah, I'm not going to plead the fifth. I'll be honest with you, I spent a night in a hospital and jail in the same night. So, yeah, I was 17 years old, and I put 2 guys in the hospital on my graduation party when I was 17 years old. I graduated very young. But I graduated high school and, I beat the hell out of them. And I got into assault battery, and I spent 20 days in jail on Hubert to go to work. And had a heart attack. So I definitely been in the hospital many, many times. As a child, I had kidney problems, and yeah, that was actually a real good placement for me. Because I mean, I did both in the same damn night. So yeah, I've been there and done that. But I mean, prison. I spent 16 days in jail for my assault battery. Got a $50 fine, and that was that. Don't forget to. It was my birthday. I actually spent my 18th birthday in the Wood County Jail here in Rapid. My dad died on my birthday on August 24th. So I got a great birthday, let me tell you. But anyway, yes and yes.
So was the jail where it's currently at back in those days, or was it located somewhere?
Yeah, same building that you're right across the street from. The same one. But it's definitely been, renovated. And they are right now too, but it wasn't all that bad. It wasn't that bad. You want to hear a real good story, I'll make it real short, as short as I can. But, I went to Hubert, I was in Hubert, and I was also in the juvenile area, because I was 17. So I went to work, came home, second shift, at 4 in the morning, crawled into my bed, and my stall. There was like 7 stalls in the St. Hubert area. I woke up in the morning and there was a girl sitting at the picnic table. They put a girl in there, not knowing I was coming back home. And you could imagine, just think what would have happened if I would have impregnated that woman. What kind of a lawsuit it would be. But, oh yeah, very interesting. So, either way, birthday in jail, and I think I was in the hospital for my wife when I had my heart attack. So, either way, I'm in both.
Yeah, you're definitely been radio deprived with nobody answering you. All right, George, thanks for the answer there. Joe, you ever did a stint in jail or spent the night in the hospital, or the fifth? Your choice.
Never did a stint in jail, but I worked in jail and spent many an overnight there on a medical team in the Baltimore City jail. As far as hospital, yes, over a 2.5-year period, I had, I don't know how many hospitalizations and surgeries for cancer treatment, which thankfully, knock on wood, is all under remission now and good. But yes, I was a frequent visitor to the hospital over a 2.5-year period.
Well, good to hear that you were in remission there. It's always nice. Glad that you kicked the crap out of that crap. So, all right. Well, I don't know if Christian's still listening or not.
By the way, Joe, over here in George in Wisconsin. I'm really glad to hear that you went through your cancer and are winning. That's awesome. That's really awesome. Because I'm going through it right now. So, it happens. you're dealt a hand of cards, and you have to deal with them. And you don't got to win the hold them, and you got to win the hold, win the hold them. But I was very glad to hear that you went through that, and things go good.
Jason, Joe over in Maryland, if I could make one more comment. Thank you, and best thing I can tell you is just stay positive, buddy. And also, Jason, thanks for running the net tonight. Appreciate it. Be on the side for now.
Not a problem there. Teddy, you back with us? You got 2 questions, man. What'd you have for dinner? Well, 3 questions. Have you ever spent the night in jail or in the hospital, or you want to plead the fifth? Apparently Teddy's still shoveling food in his mouth. David, out there in Alaska, you ever spent any time in jail or in the hospital, or want to plead the fifth? Either one.
I will answer yes to both, but I guess I'll be like Forrest Gump and just that's all I got to say about that.
You couldn't have pled the fifth. All right, thanks for sharing there. All right, Frank. Uh-oh. Did we get too late for you there, Frank? Frank, have you ever been in jail for a night or so, or the hospital? Where would you like to plead the fifth? All right, nothing heard from Frank there. Either one of the mics.
The prisoner, I think, just a couple of arrests here and there. Nothing major. Sometimes it gets bailed out, sometimes it wouldn't. But hospitals, yeah, I'd say if alcohol rehab counts as a hospital stay. I was there for 30 days. So yeah, I'd say yes to both. That's in my control.
Copy that. Well, thanks for sharing this evening. And Aaron.
Yeah, I have never spent overnight in the hospital or in jail. I don't know. I guess I had luck on my side, but and we'll knock on wood. We'll keep it that way. Back to that.
Real bad. That's about it. Thanks for letting me share.
I copied you 100% there, Aaron. Ed, you jumped out of turn, but now I'm kind of curious. I heard something about beat case and something else, so we'll let you jump ahead a few other people. Go ahead, Ed.
I thought you called Ed. I couldn't hear you that good. I'm sorry. Yeah, I've been in the county jail for 274 days till I beat my case.
we find you not guilty. At that time, they had to set me free. Bond was too big to bond out. Spent 9 days in the hospital with appendicitis. That's about it. Thanks for allowing me to share.
Hey, thanks for sharing. Glad you beat your case, man. So, you complete the fifth. And keep in mind, we are on YouTube. Did you do it?
No comment.
Copy that. All right, so Dennis over there in north of Des Moines there. Have you ever spent any time behind bars or in a bed?
Well, I hate to air out the laundry, but my 18th birthday got pretty wasted, me and this other guy. We got in a little trouble. I got a Howie that night. He got some public destruction charges on him. It was a pretty wild night. I've had a couple of publics. And as far as hospital, yeah, here 2 years back, I had quite a blood platelet problem. Took about 2 years or 2.5 years to get that under control right after down to the hospital once a week. Sometimes get platelets put back into me, so I kind of went through that for quite a while. But yeah, I was in the hospital back in July for some other issues I was having. So yeah, I aired out my laundry a little bit, but it was just, you know, I mean, being 18 years old and just getting crazy. It was fun. My parents weren't very happy with me, but it was fun. Back to you.
Yeah, that's the nice thing about the good old days. You can have a lot of fun and do your time. Thanks for sharing there, Dennis. All right, how about Demo? Have you done any time behind the old clanker bars or in the old hospital bed? Or would you like to plead the fifth?
I've done both. Been in the hospital for a while. Broke my leg, broke my arm, got into a car accident. What else? Jail ago, yeah, spent a little overnight here and there. Just a small bed, something stupid, a long time ago. But yeah, I'm good now.
All right, so we got some pizza lovers and some jailbirds. Love it. All right, thanks for sharing. How about you, Ivan?
Nope, never been in the hospital there overnight. Got a few stitches here and there, but never required an overnight stay in the hospital there. The overnight and behind the bars there, the domestic violence there going on. And anyway, the moral of the story is that domestic violence was dropped on my side, but she got felony minutes in a domestic violence and a divorce. Anyway, back to that.
Yeah, copy that. I was about to say, hopefully the time behind the bars weren't the result of what's happened for needing stitches. You know, sometimes fun lands you in both, like George had there. Thanks for sharing. How about you, Ellery?
So I'm going to do it backwards. I'm going to do hospital, then jail. So hospital, I was ran over by a woman who I was friends with her husband. He was a cop. She ran me over a crosswalk. I was in the hospital in a coma. The police tried to cover it up. The woman ended up doing 1 year in jail for killing my girlfriend and put me in a coma. That's my hospital story. I'm going to unkey. About 2.5 years ago, I filed a restraining order against my ex-girlfriend for knocking out my tooth, threatening to kill me, and stealing my credit card. The officer that was supposed to serve her my restraining order against her slept with her and then arrested me for threatening her on Facebook. I paid $5,000 for a forensic scientist. I spent the night in jail, got out on bond. Finally, the forensic scientist testified that not only did I not threaten her, but she sent the messages to herself, which, with my name, was a violation of the restraining order I had against her. So on St. Patrick's Day of this year, 2.5 years later, she's going on trial for violating my restraining order I had against her and impersonating and lying. So karma comes back to bite. Back to you, Net Control.
Oh, boy. All right. Well, thanks for sharing that story. How about you, Denny?
No, never been in jail. Knocking on wood on that one. I think a total of 5 times hospitals overnighters, starting when I was 5 years old and broken collarbone, I think it was, and 3 times when I was in the Air Force, and once afterwards.
You know, it's kind of a letdown on that first answer there. I was figuring you had at least once in there out of the crazy stories I've heard from you. So, I am at the bottom of the list here. I have never been into the clanker. Surprisingly, I kind of know how to steer into. And, yeah, I've did a night in the hospital or so for some pneumonia as a kid. And yeah, I was. If they had rooms last year, I would have did it for the Rona, but I was too uncomfortable sitting in their lobby, so I walked out. So yeah, that was the end of the first and the second round of check-ins. I kind of jumped the line there. So we'll almost close this out, but we'll take one more standby for anybody else that has not checked in. Has not checked in being the key word there, that wants to do so and be asked 3 questions. All right. Well, it seems like we still got everybody's attention here. So I would like to say a big thank you to David up there in Hawaii. You have made my network dream come true of having us, or not Hawaii, I keep saying Hawaii, up in Alaska. Made the network dream come true of having a station up in Alaska. So thank you for answering that call, and I appreciate you being on here. I appreciate each and every one of you for being on here. Without you guys, we couldn't have this network. So on behalf of the New England GMRS Network and the GMRS Link Network, thank you all for showing up tonight. And try to do it again next week. If you didn't catch the net, or if you want to listen to the net and see how you sound, check out the GMRS Link Network, aka TGLN, on YouTube, and there will be a video on there of tonight's net as well. If you guys didn't know, I guess I should have said it at the beginning. We were live on the internet all for the last hour and 20 minutes or so. So thank you all for attending. We'll go ahead and release the air. Well, let me do a quick countdown here. We'll see how many people we had check in today. We had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 people, 2 of which did not make it past round 1 of just a check-in, but everybody else made it to the end. So thank you guys. I'll be monitoring.
Hey, thanks a lot, Jason. It's George. It was a very good night. I enjoyed all the comments and everybody's experiences. I thought it was really cool, and yeah, Nancy told me to turn the radio back on. She was getting into it, so go cool out there and stay healthy and have a good night. And I'll be monitoring too.
Thank you, Jason, for being at control tonight. Appreciate it. Great job. And thank you, everybody that checked in. Really appreciate it.
Jason, good job. It's my first net with you running it, so had a lot of fun tonight. Thank you.
Copy one of you. I heard the person mentioning that this is the first net and not a problem. And the other person that keyed with you, I didn't make out anything you said. You were really quiet.
Try to speak up a little more then. The guy that, I think it was Denny maybe, that had the Italian Greyhound puppies, was that Denny?
Yep, that's Denny, right out of Illinois. He's a breeder of them.
Denny, do you have a website or something that I can go check out?
I don't know where he went. Denny, are you not copying him?
Yeah, I'll try to catch him another time there. Probably something I shouldn't have again, but sure do want another one. But yeah, we sure could use the companionship. All right, back to the free air there. WRFF 697.
Yeah, Denny plays both networks, so you can catch him here or catch him there. So you never know which one he'll be on. But I don't know if he has a website or if it's just hearsay. I'm not sure, but I know he breeds them and sells them. So.
Yeah, Jason again. I'm going to say tonight. I'll talk to you tomorrow. I'll be on the radio after 10 a.m. So, hope everybody, I thought it was a great night, and I thought you did a great job. And it was good. I liked the questions. They were really, really good. So, anyway, you have yourself a good evening and a good weekend, but I will talk to you tomorrow instead. So, have a good night.
Yep, copy that, George. Told you I don't make it about radio, man. That radio bores the shit out of me. If I wanted to talk about radios, I would be over on the ham side, which I don't go over there. So, cause that's what they talk about, is nothing about radios. All right. Well, and Ivan, I didn't hear the last one you said.
Alright, well, you know, it's okay, you know. I got a radio, mine's black. That's all we talk about. I got a black handheld. Either way, have a good evening, and we'll talk. I'm going to give myself. I'll see you tomorrow. So, we shall see you. Listen, see you tomorrow. Hey, Jason, if you also get the opportunity, if you got any spare time, maybe you can kind of help me with this cell phone. That'd be kind of cool. We can get over here and give me a week to get the appointment on this thing. I'm dumb as a load of fucking rocks when it comes to this, so. Anyway, just give me a ring, and we'll talk on the radio, okay? We'll talk then.
Should have brought that up, man, when it wasn't the weekend and the kids are home. Although they do want to spend the night at a friend's house, so if they leave over there pretty early, I might give you a jingle.
Yeah, at your convenience. So if I gotta wait another week or two, whatever. I just wanna, I just certain things I just don't get. So anyway, I know we people probably fly through this as long as you got patience. Anyway, again, I'll talk to you tomorrow. I'll give you a shout out tomorrow.
Breaker. Yay, Jason.
I didn't do it, I swear.
Now, what did we get figured out on that guy's name? Is his name